Hey gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey and this is the 2022 Kia K5 GT. And it's a lot of fun. The Optima sedan, in which this replaced, was long regarded as perhaps the most vanilla of midsize sedans. When this was redesigned for the 2021 model year, Kia said forget all that, and they introduced this with this full-on performance GT model that is anything but. The first thing that makes this vehicle so special is right here underneath the hood. This is the Korean small block. This is the 2.5 liter turbo 4-cylinder from Kia, labeled Smart Stream, making 290 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque, mated to an 8-speed wet dual clutch automatic transmission, and powering, unfortunately, just the front tires. This is absolutely a fun engine and powertrain combination, and perhaps one of the best applications of this whole package. When you close the hood, you can really appreciate the aggressive styling of the K5. Gone are the vanilla, also ran looks of the Optima, on which this replaces. You have a very aggressive front end, the new Tiger Nose grille. Even though these did wear the old oval logo for 1 year, I think these were designed with the new logo in mind, and just an all-around menacing presence in the rearview mirror of any other lesser family sedan. You do get these cool kind of heartbeat running lights in the amber color and 3-beam LED headlights, and you do have LED fog lights down here, integrated parking sensors and all that. It's just done very well. I really appreciate Kia making something look aggressive without making the entire front end, well, a grille like some other automakers. Yes, most of this is functional. There are some hard bits, but I think this is one of the best applications in the midsize segment. Moving to the side profile of the K5, those aggressive dimensions continue with that longer hood and this sweeping fastback design that dips all the way onto the trunk line with this black painted section on the trunk itself, making it look much more like a fastback, a hatchback, than a true sedan with an honest-to-goodness trunk. The proportions of this make it look like it's going so much faster than it really is when it is sitting still. And then on this GT model, you get these very aggressive multi-spoke tuning fork style 19-inch wheels wrapped in Pirelli performance tires. Is this really a Kia? Moving back to the back of the K5 GT, you get some more aggressive styling. Sure, there are some unfortunate fake styling choices here on the side, but all told, this is really an aggressive looking rear end as well. From the dual exhaust to this diffuser looking rear bumper, everything back here is very tight and athletic. You do get a black contrasting lip spoiler back here on the back, and then this dotted line Doppler effect taillight light bar that goes across the back, and a repeat of that heartbeat theme seen on the running lights up front. Very unique design, not vanilla or boring by any means. And then popping open the rear trunk, there's actually quite a lot of rear trunk space here, even with that short trunk lid. And then there is so much room once you get inside. You do have a 60-40 split folding rear seat that you can only fold down from back here in the back, but with this massive trunk, I really don't see the need that much. So that is a quick tour of the outside. Let's hop behind the wheel and see how this thing drives. All right, gearheads, setting off in the 2022 Kia K5 GT. This is really a spectacular car. It is built very well, and everything is exactly where you'd want it and expect it. It is a perfect blend between analog and digital. Newer Kia models, especially the EV6, are doing this weird thing with the climate controls and the radio controls and an OLED screen, and it's too much. This one has honest to goodness analog gauges, honest to goodness climate controls, 10.25 inch touchscreen here with wired Apple CarPlay. It's just a good package. It's what you would expect in a family sedan for the masses. And that, coupled with everything I told you on the outside and that engine under the hood, just makes for a great package to live with daily. This does have a few different drive modes. I've got it in Sport, but 2 turns to the right, and that's Sport Plus, which turns off traction control, unless you have a little bit of fun. And that 2.5 liter turbocharged engine in Sport Plus with this 8-speed wet dual clutch will get you going, as long as those Pirellis can really help put the power down. Turning off traction control lets them spin and have a little bit of fun, but that's exactly what this car is. Fun. It is one of the most fun cars we've had for a week here on the channel in a rather unassuming disguise. Yes, I talked about all the athletic things Kia has done to this, but at the end of the day, it is still a family sedan, not something like the Toyota Supra that we've tested not that long ago here on the channel. Getting it on your favorite back road is exactly where you want to spend some time in this, because I have put the miles on this. I have taken 2 trips to the DFW Metroplex and back, and while this is a completely comfortable highway cruiser with enough power and, again, this 8-speed dual clutch transmission to zip past anyone on the highway and merge into traffic without any problems whatsoever, curvy back roads is where you will have the most fun in this. And that's exactly where I am now. I'm on one of my favorite East Texas curvy back roads to test out just how much fun this entire package is. And just getting behind the wheel, it doesn't feel like a family sedan. It really is driver-centric. Everything is canted and pointed towards me. And then again, you dip the throttle and the powertrain just knows what you want to do. Even if you aren't in Sport Plus, as I am, this thing just goes. So Sport and Sport Plus do a few different things, and that is changing your throttle response and input. And of course, Sport Plus turns off that traction control. This being the GT model, unfortunately, it is only front wheel drive. We had that GT line that started off our reviews here on the channel, and it was all-wheel drive. And I really wish that Kia had put the all-wheel drive platform underneath this, because that is probably the only real performance knock that I would give this vehicle, is how easy it is to squeal those front tires. But put this in a Sport or Sport Plus, and it is an absolute blast around the corners, and will have you carving the corners with the best of them. Driving it around in city life, this dual clutch rears some of the characteristics that dual clutch transmissions are usually known for. A little bit of sputtering and hesitation, but nowhere near as much as that Kia Sorento we tested not that long ago here on the channel. This whole powertrain setup is more suited for this sporty family sedan than it was that SUV. Another benefit of the GT, besides the added power and those Pirelli performance tires and the 19-inch wheels, is what rests behind the 19-inch wheels, and those are performance brakes, because nothing will have you hesitating going into a corner fast than not knowing exactly if the vehicle can really handle you through that corner. So the performance brakes on this, while they are not the sharpest and most bitey, they do a good job of slowing you down. And yes, there are better performance brakes on the market. This one ain't that bad. These seats, very comfortable, heated and ventilated. They aren't real leather, they're Syntex synthetic leather, but they do a good job of fooling you nonetheless. Already mentioned, this only has wireless Apple CarPlay. I'm not quite sure why Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis refused to put wired or wireless CarPlay in their premium models, but for the time being, that's what we have to deal with. Visibility out of this is great. The massive panoramic sunroof is great, and the price tag on this is great. At just a hair under $37,000, I'm struggling to see why you would cross-shop much else in this vehicle. I really, really, really like this car. And for a dad with a 4-year-old that really likes to carve corners and go fast, this really is a great, no compromise family solution. Yes, everybody's going towards SUVs for the ease of putting child seats in the back and, well, getting a child and all the gear in the back. But with that massive trunk, as long as you don't have to take a car seat in and out, I'd say this is a better alternative than all the also-ran SUVs that are out on the market today. This even undercuts the Sorento hybrid that we drove not that long ago here on the channel. That was $37,000 and some change. Sure, it had a hybrid powertrain under the hood, but this is so much better. Why would you shop an SUV when you could have so much fun of a performance sedan? Did I mention this vehicle has launch control? Sport, drive mode, foot firmly on the brake, floor the accelerator, and go. Oh, those tires are struggling. Oh, but it'll scoot with the best of them. 0 to 60 in 6.5-ish seconds from the manufacturer, and those tires are really the limiting factor. If this had the all-wheel drive platform, I think this would be a much faster car off the line and when the roads get curvy, but still a very competent performance sedan nonetheless. Well, that does it for my time here with this 2022 Kia K5 GT. I absolutely love this vehicle. It holds a special place in my heart because it is one of the first vehicles we reviewed here on this channel in a 2021 GT line all-wheel drive model. This GT model turns everything up to 11 and definitely makes the family sedan fun again. This thing has been an absolute blast to drive. That engine and transmission combo is always ready for a little bit of fun. Just dip the throttle and go. And this thing has plenty of room and comfort inside for the entire family. Speaking of family, if you want to know what my family thinks of this vehicle, including my wife and 4-year-old son, be sure and hit that subscribe button down below and ring the bell so you're notified when the family review drops later this week. If you want to know what we're driving before it drops here on the channel, go find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, all at GT Garage Talk. And you can find our award-winning podcast at gtgaragetalk.com or on your favorite podcasting platform. But as for me, I'm going to enjoy what little time I have left with this K5 GT. Till next time, bye. Whew! It is warm. It is very warm. Above the new Tiger Nose, Tiger Shark grille. I don't like any of that. Floor the accelerator